Muted.
Hello there, it's Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the Vol Report, the stock market and option volatility report. Reminder, this is for educational purposes only, should not be considered investment advice. Options carry risk. Consult a financial professional. The OCC can send you the, risks and characteristics of options if you need it. So there you have it, folks. So let's talk about the market. Well, we're down about 15. The NASDAQ's down about 0.5%. The Dow's down 0.75. S&P down. But then you've got the Russell 2000, kind of our canary, down the most. It's having a rough day. So, the Russell 2000 has really had issues the last few days and weeks. But, one of the things I want to talk about is take a look. We're down 16 points, 0.6%. The VIX isn't even moving. VIX futures are not moving. There's no bid for volatility anywhere, any place. Nobody is scared. You might have a little bit of a pump in the NASDAQ vol index, but that's not really moving very much. There's just not a lot of demand for premium here. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, that there is maybe not kind of the same, a lot of fears off the table. And the one thing I'd point out, take a look at TLT, take a look at the back end of the yield curve. It is popping. Why? Well, because long-term rates long-term bonds are being sold, are being bought. Near-dated stuff, not as much. So the yield curve is flattening, but it's more by not the front end lifting as it is the back end dropping, which tells us that people are getting a little more comfortable with the bond market. So, as I see how we line up today, I don't see a market where we have a huge sell-off. I just don't see it. You would have a lot more fear embedded. I think there's a decent odds. We could be down 10 and the VIX down. We've got that type of action going. I think the market is primed to move higher. At least back to 2,800. I think you're going to see a serious test of 2,800. We've now broken the 50-day moving average and the 200 and seem to be holding. The 50-day may actually even be starting to see the curve move the other way. You can see the curve is flattening. So you got to wonder where now that it's kind of squeezed to the 200 and we dipped below the 200 twice, do we see the market get bid and volatility collapse? That is the scenario I feel like I'm looking at right now. And there is places where premium is cheap. Apple, which was getting thwacked this morning, starting to catch a bid. All the chips are moving around. They're off. AMD off a little bit. AMAT, even Intel is down a little bit. But those seem like there might be some trades there. The banks are not. The banks are not in. They're not running. And, we'll kind of see where everything is, but that's the way things line up right now. I just don't see a lot happening. And I think that markets could run. I'm going to be looking at Square. I'm going to look at TLT. I'm going to be looking at, a few other things for trades today. I just don't see a lot of things on the board that scare me very much, and I like the markets to rally here. All right, folks, I hope you have a great morning.